Good morning, honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen. We are representatives of Shunkanyakukum School, Shonbury. Firstly, I would like to introduce our team again. Prim, Anatini, and I am Shnansita Shunjan. We are all in Matiyom Siksa too. Well, we are very honored to be here again to debate for the topic ASEAN should be disbanded. As we all realize that 10 countries will become AEC or ASEAN Economic Community by 2015. And in order to prepare Thai people for the upcoming AEC, we have to prepare and discussing about interesting facts and details about AEC. So when we talk about ASEAN, it's the same as as AEC. ASEAN helps improve ASEAN people, but we must realize that it improves in different backgrounds, and it faces so many problems. AEC has been fathered for many expectations, and this topic is also linked to AFTA. So I will discuss 3 issues about that. The first one is local people are harmful because of increasing domestic industries. The second one is ASEAN will serve for capitalism from developed countries and not from ASEAN nations. And the third one is ASEAN will not support better society because of the different ways of life, languages, and religions. So I will talk about the first reason. The local people are harmful because of increasing competition among domestic industries. I will talk about the negative impact of AEC for a certain products. The cooperation through AEC would lead an increase in trade efficiency, but however, it ruins traditional export industries. AEC grants each country center, but the country may not ready to produce, include some of sensitive products. And each nation is acted as independent rather than collaborative in one another. So also AEC scheme brings negative impacts on food security because of reduced tariffs and its mixing of poor quality of goods with a high quality of farm products, which are not fair for farmers. AEC having negative impacts on local farmers in ASEAN countries. This topic that we argue today has many sides of opinion, and I would like to offer negative impacts in order to raise awareness on possible problems that may have in the next 2015. We just want to share our idea to discuss negative impacts in order to suggest the problems that we must have a better try to solve them before the upcoming ASEAN in 2015. So please think about the problems.
Okay, good morning all the judges and distinguished guests. My name is Pitanya Asawaka. I am the leader of the negative team. Okay, today we will talk about the ASEAN should be disbanded or this motion. Firstly, I would like to tell you about what we're going to give you the information about. I'm the first speaker will talk about the economics. The second speaker will talk about the tourism. And the third, he will talk about the political and security. Before come to my opinion, I would like to rebut her idea about she said about if we talk about ASEAN, we will think about the AEC. I don't think so. Because if we talk about ASEAN, I think we should think about the 3 pillars of ASEAN, which have a political, security, social, culture, and economics. If you think about only economic and how about our culture, about every country culture, about the political. So back to my opinion or the supporting idea. I think ASEAN shouldn't be disbanded because if we are together, we can get more chance to bargain with world market. For example, China or NAFTA. So we can set the price to higher, a little bit higher, so we can gain the benefit too. The second thing is, if we be in ones, ASEAN will attract all the investors to invest in our community. Not only the country which from the another, but it includes about our members too. They will invest in our community. For example, because we have land for plant or to establish the factory, right? And another thing is we have the Singapore is the professional about the technology and education, so we can exchange. We can have a quality labor in our community this is why the investor want to invest in our community, right? So, for example, the country that have invest in our community, Brunei, they rent their Laos land for planting the agriculture to send the food back to their country because they don't have enough land for them to plant their like rice or the fruit, the vegetable. So that is why we have to be in ones. Do you think if Brunei are alone, where they can get the food from? If they cannot get the food, so how about their people? They'll get starving, right? So, in case that Brunei have rent in Laos, so Laos people can get benefit too. They can get more jobs, they can get more incomes. That means their standard of life will be better. So, and the third that I want to say is about the logistics. As you know, we located in the middle of this community. We have many convenient airports, such as Suvarnabhumi Airport is in top 10 of the ASEAN, the best Asia airport. So that is very convenient for the people who traveling or the people who want to send their goods or the product to another country. So that is all my reasons why I think ASEAN shouldn't be disbanded. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, judges. Today, we are debating under the motion ASEAN should be disbanded. And our team are very agree with this motion that why ASEAN should be disbanded. And I want to show you my reason that why our team are agree with this motion. First, our team are talking about AEC. AEC will help make capitalism for developed countries, not from ASEAN nations. AEC will help more international investors who are not ASEAN citizens. In fact, the basic features of the AEC is aimed to trade in the regions, then through reducing inter-regional tariff and non-tariff barriers. However, AEC has their specific disadvantage. Firms that belong to ASEAN citizens are smaller and inefficient in operation, and then they will collapse because they cannot compete with others. Moreover, the wealthy investors who are interested in doing business in ASEAN will take over smaller business. Finally, who will have benefit to ASEAN? Because most of the people in ASEAN, right, they are agriculture, such as fisherman or a farmer. So how can they get the benefit from ASEAN? And the last reason that I want to show you that why our team are agree with this motion is about AEC will not support better society since people in ASEAN have different ways of life. Although ASEAN citizens are similar in size, shape, as well as skin colors, but we absolutely different. All countries have pretty conservative because they have their own rituals. Religions are another reason which make people way of life different. They behave and believe differently. ASEAN citizens also have different languages. So how can we understand one another? The solution is learning to speak many languages. Ladies and gentlemen, for me, I just try, but I can't even on breathing with their language. So how can we communicate with other countries in ASEAN? We would say that because of the language, right? And like the negative team just told that why we just talk about the AEC, why we don't talk about the 3 pillars of ASEAN, because one of the 3 pillars in ASEAN also have about AEC, right? And I just already told about the culture that they are differently. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kavita Bunsopha, and I am the second speaker of the negative team. First, I want to rebut this team about the 10 languages that is difficult to understand. That's right, because we have in ASEAN country, most of people cannot understand English at all, and we have 10 languages that different, and how can we understand each other? And back to my support idea, according to my first speaker that have said about the logistic hub, the logistic will make the tourism grow up too. And when we have a stronger tourism industry that can make more money for our community. Tourism can also make in local people. Like they can do this job, for example, my own family. My family like opened the Italian restaurant, and my mother and my father is not good at English at all, but they can speak, they can communicate with the foreigner with like little conversation. It's not like too deep, and it will benefit to me to talking to them by my educations. So I have experience without like going abroad. I can say English, and I can stand here to talking with you guys. And also when we have stronger tourism industry that will attract the investor to come in our community. An investor will invest the benefit for the worker, and the worker that in community will get the money from investor, and they will give the money to their family, and the family is a community that will make community stronger, like investor, worker, and family and community. Finally, ASEAN community will be quality community, and this is why ASEAN should not be disbanded. Thank you.
Good morning, honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Prim Silapa Ratanaphon from Chinyanakul School, Chonburi, and today, to remind you again, we are debating under the motion ASEAN should be disbanded, which my group, we are affirmative team, so we agree, we do believe that ASEAN should be disbanded. So I would like to rebut for what the negative team had to say. The first one, I would like to say again that we can't just don't talk about AEC, because when ASEAN will be ASEAN Gate will open, AEC surely have an impact to Thailand and also all countries in ASEAN. So we should talk about this. And I heard about attract investor. Yes, I think that it will attract investor, but when we think deeper and wider, when we attract investor, the bigger company come to Thailand, come to ASEAN countries, but sometimes they take over the small businesses in each countries too, which means that the smaller businesses in those countries, maybe they will just lose the profit, or maybe they will get taken over by those bigger company. So that's why I think that when we think wider and deeper, ASEAN, it's not just give us a good effect, but in fact, sometimes it also gives us a bad or negative impact too. So that's why we're debating under this motion to know how ASEAN will affect us and for us in negative way. And more than that, when I heard about Singapore and the quality of labor that will exchange labor, I think that in this point, maybe you can't just think like that. Maybe it will cause brain drain that we will just come to me, like I'm a labor, and if I'm good enough to choose which company should I choose. So maybe that will cause brain drain, because in Thailand, because if they want this labor, they will give them salary. But if Singapore give more salary, I will choose Singapore. So I'll go to Singapore, and how about Thailand or the countries that can get or pay them more salary? They will cause brain drain. And more than that, about tourism, family, yes. Some family do get profit from when ASEAN gates open, but some family didn't gain any profit. And some family also, even they can talk to other people from other countries, the tourists, but sometimes you need to think in the opposite way, that some family didn't get at all. So that's why I think that if you look back, they won't just give you benefit or profit, but sometimes they give you bad impact, negative impact. And yes, I think, so that's why I think that ASEAN should be disbanded when we look deeper and wider. And more than that, I would like to tell again about the trade barriers, because there will, when ASEAN gates open, there will be no trade barriers, so which means that we'll lost some money to improve our country. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kritin Sanpakdi. I am the third speaker of Ahmad Panichanukul of Ahmad Panichanukul team. So, I want to rebut the first affirmative themes about farmers cannot get benefit from AFTA because there are poor quality of product. Do you know, when we open the AFTA, we have a sensitive list to protect our products. For example, in Thailand, they have a sensitive list to protect the clover, coffee bean, and cutting flower. For what? Because sensitive list protect their product for another product from the same product from another country. When to import the same product, but another country have a cheaper price and our country a higher price, that we can protect. And the important thing is sensitive lists are the agreement of ASEAN. Then we have a fairness to import or export goods or products with no in a fairness trade. And I will rebut about the brain drain problem. Do you know, when we open the ASEAN, the experts can go into around ASEAN. And why they come to Singapore? Singapore is a small country, but in ASEAN they have 10 countries. We can go any country and improve those countries. And what about their region? Their region will be grow up. You know? Okay. And come to my sporting idea about political. ASEAN aim to the democracy in a peaceful. That means no harm, no war. And we have go together in the one community. And about our security, ASEAN has a charter law, which the law is agreement by 10 countries in ASEAN, can judge people in fairness, and can solve about the dispute between countries in ASEAN in the fairness. And when we are one community, we can go together and make a strong relationship to cooperation together in economy, in political, and in culture. And don't forget of benefit. Don't forget benefit of AFTA and AEC. We have a 0% tax barrier, and we can go to work around country in ASEAN. Then we unemployed and we get many profit and can buy cheaper price of product. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will ask you, do you want Thailand to join ASEAN? Please show me your hand. Thank you very much.
Okay, before coming to the conclusion, I would like to rebut all the rest about the third speaker, she have said again about if we talk to ASEAN, we must concern about the economic, but I don't think so, because three things that they have said about if we are community, we must concern about the political and security in our community, the social and culture in our community, and economics. And as first speaker said about the tax will decrease, the first and the third, they have said the tax will decrease and we will lose money. But we can get money from investment or the traveling, the tourism who come to visit our community instead, right? And the more thing is about the languages. Yes, we have 10 different languages, but if we are in one community, we can learn each other, not only in language, we can learn about their culture, their lifestyle, and we can adopt their good thing to adapt them to be proper with us. So I think we should be the ones to be the very, very strong community. And I would like to tell you about the more thing that about we can get in if we are in community, in one community, we can exchange from about the technology from Singapore or about the education. So every people can get good, or I can say better quality of education. So every people in our community will get knowledge. If everybody get knowledge, they can get more job, right? So in conclusion, I would like to tell you about all of us have that tell you before. The first speaker or me, I'm talking about the economic, about we can get stronger to fight with the world market. We can attract the investor to invest our community. The people or the labor in the local people can get more job. The fourth is we are very, very ready for the transportation. The fifth, if we can exchange more things such as technology, education, or the opinion to everyone to get the best way for every country. The second speaker talked about the tourism, and the third, he talked about the politicals and security. So I'm surely our teams are strong belief that ASEAN shouldn't be disbanded. Thank you.
Good morning again. Firstly, I have many things to argue with the negative team. Firstly, that the web has said that farmers cannot get benefits from AFTA, but I didn't say that farmers won't get benefits. I said that they may not fare according to that their high quality products with maybe lower quality products. And I didn't say that farmers have poor quality products, because I said that farmers produce high quality products. And the second one is, they said, the web has said that expert goes to ASEAN countries, and why we must choose Singapore. My web team has said that Singapore it's just the example. And we can choose any countries. And the whip from this team has said that Singapore is a small country, but even though it is a small country, but it's a more developed country anyway. And the third one, that about the language, that we are 10 countries different, and we have different languages. But you know that the test can't change easily. And for about the economic point of view, AEC gives disadvantages for many occasions and conditions, and maybe people's lives may not be improved as we expected. All achievements are not true to build up the new region. And also about that this team has said that about when we think about ASEAN, we may not think about AEC, but we must think about 3 pillars instead. I think this is linked together. AEC and 3 pillars linked together. And okay, and also this topic is about ASEAN should be disbanded, and it's not about the preparation, it's about disbanded. And I just show the problems. I hope you will agree with me. Thank you.
That's excellent. You can do your best, and I really like the way you debate. Manner, method, matter, and motion. Great. And before you leaving this room, it's photo taken. So both teams will stand over there and take photos. And the result of the debate will be announced at the end of the final round. Is that okay? Yes. Okay. Please stand over there to take photos.